What's poppin', family? It's your boys Black and Blue back at you once again. What's poppin', big homie?
Going on with you, bro?
Shoo! Just got finished. We was watching the Grammys this weekend, man. Salute to the girl Cardi B, man. She brought it home. Was rap album of the year. Salute my sister. What you think of the awards, man?
I didn't watch it. I watched the winners.
Yeah.
And I watched the people reactions to it, man. But I'm cool with Cardi winning. I mean, I'm not a big Grammy fan anyway. I guess I feel how Drake feels now. But even though I said this many times, I don't have to like your music to respect you. Mm-hmm. So even though I don't listen to Cardi's music at all, I respect her. Like, she grinded to where she got to where she's at.
Awesome.
And
she made herself a household name.
You know what I mean? She having a long winning season on top of that too. Like some people thought it was like going to be 15 minutes, but she been riding this wave for a good over a year now.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, man, do you think? Congrats.
You know, and over the years, the Grammy has gotten some rightful flack that they get it wrong a lot of times. And Drake took home, Childish Gambino took home a few last night, but Drake took home Best Rap Song with God's Plan. He said, I want to take this opportunity while I'm up here to talk to all the kids watching, aspiring to do music, all my peers that make music from the heart, that do things pure and tell the truth. I want to let you know we play an opinion-based sport, not a factual-based sport. It's not the NBA where at the end of the year you're holding a trophy because you made the right decisions or won games. This is a business where sometimes a bunch of people that might not understand what a mixed race kid from Canada has to say, or a fly Spanish girl from New York, or a brother from Houston. So what we've already been saying, Grammys are good, something good to have, I guess, on your trophy case. But it seems like with that statement, I don't think people realize kind of like a shift of the new generation of artists that's not really crying for it. And these are the big, the top tier artists now. Because basically, as you know, hip hop runs the music industry. And because they've been shunned so long, and now that's at the top and you have to pay attention to it, it sounds, the babies, which I call them, no disrespect to them. Now they just got a FU approach that was already instilled in them. But, that's what it is.
I have a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think he did that? Do you think his word was genuine or petty or both?
Why would it not be genuine? Why would it be petty?
He's known for being petty.
But what would be?
And because I noticed, I think in the past he showed his disdain for being snubbed per se with the Grammys. He's been in the game. Like I said, Drake been hot for years now.
But as we go back to 50 Cent said the same thing. So what he said, I don't think he's being petty. When he finally got the award and had a chance to say it, he said it. You just said that. You said he felt snubbed. That's what he was basically saying. It's an opinion piece for people that don't get the music. And he finally had his platform to say it on their stage, and they cut him off and went to commercial. So what would you expect from him?
I'm saying as if he wasn't snubbed all these years, do you think he still would have said what he said, or do you think he'd be singing a different tune?
I mean, that's either if this hypothetical can't answer that question.
I don't know. Cause part of me feel like if he's been getting if he felt like he was getting his just due over the years for the albums he put out over the years, like Grammy nominations and winning, I don't know if he still gave that same speech if he was on like winning from them all the time.
But what he said was it's an opinion based thing.
I'm not knocking that. I agree 100% what he said, and I felt like that for a long time.
His music and other people's music have been overlooked.
But I just wonder, because he's the king of subs, though. You know what I mean? That's why I put the question out there, because he is known for being, for sub. You know what I mean? So that's why I just put it out there. I'm not saying it was.
You just all shit, man. Go on here.
Man, because he don't being petty, man. So that's why I put the question out there. But I'm not knocking what he's saying. I totally agree 100% what he's saying, and I felt that way for years. To be honest, the last Grammys I sat down and really watched when Outkast won Album of the Year.
Oh, a long time ago.
Exactly. That's like the last time I sat there and watched the show. It's been that long. But I mean, like I said, I keep track of the winners and stuff.
Cool. I seen a little hate going towards Cardi B's way, and I don't understand why. it's a business. I mean, people can talk about whether the lyrics are written by her and everything specifically, but we're not just talking about a hip hop category. We talk if you want to break down the Grammys for what it is, Michael Jackson, whoever, somebody wrote the song, somebody produced the song, somebody sang the song. So if that's always been the playing field, hey, don't be mad. Salute. They say your girl Nicki, man, she what wasn't feeling because I guess BET sent some shade her way.
Yeah, I read that.
And then she canceled BET.
That probably the smartest thing she's done in the past 2 years. Like Nicki Minaj been doing some real dumb shit. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like from like especially like from the Queen rollout of the album. You know, like she been making like questionable moves, but that one I rock with her on. Like I can sit here and have me headline your event, and you're gonna shade me like that on social media. Like, yeah, and how you really feel? Let me step out of it then.
Yeah. Meanwhile, BET is being dragged.
Yeah. Get this one right.
Wow.
She said, being dragged by the lace front. Yeah, that was a very tacky post by BET, man. And I know when BET themselves, I'm pretty sure some social media intern or manager running it, but that was a bad move. And yeah, and I don't blame Nicki. I think that's the smartest thing she's done. Is that how y'all really feel? Pull out then. Like, I think I'm perform. And it comes from somebody who don't even like Nicki. You know, but I rock with that decision.
Okay. We had a few incidents going on in the fashion industry, man. Gucci went through some shit, boy. They had the blackface, like I guess the Sambo character with the big lips on a few products.
Yeah. It's a sweater. Like from my understanding, it's like ski wear. Like
I saw.
Yeah, so they wear for skiing, but they put the red lips on it and it's black and yeah, all very racist. Yeah, I mean, and rightfully we should be canceling them, rightfully so. But I have one problem with this though.
Speak on it.
Why did we have to get shitted on by white people for us to go to look for a black alternative instead of being thinking black first? That's my problem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You mean with the black designers out there?
Yeah, like why are we not going to them first anyway? Because the truth be told, most of these high fashion houses are racist, whether they did anything or not. We just know that's the lifestyle they live. I mean, it's just the way it is. So why we gotta wait for them to do something to slap us in the face and be like, "Oh, y'all cancel. We can go find somebody else." Like, why are we not doing that first, bro? They doing that. Why we ain't doing that? You know. And I remember Sway got on Kanye about the exact same thing. When Kanye was like, "How Sway?" And Sway like, "Well, why you keep catering to these white folks? This is your own thing."
It ain't Ralph.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't Louis. It ain't Ralph. So
he sounds just like him. Yeah. Why we thinking black first, man? Like, you know, why we gotta get shitted on by white people first before we start looking at our own? That's the problem I have with it. Why we gotta be second with our own people?
That's true. Okay. And you know, they say Katy Perry, she has some shoes that I don't know if hers were necessarily targeted towards the blackface, but they had some white versions of it too. But she just went ahead to be on the safe side and pulled it. Like everybody getting scared of getting hit, so they whatever way it's coming, they moving.
Yeah, they trying to save face.
Yeah. Yo, on an international tip, man, El Chapo, the drug lord, they convicted him on all counts today. You think he gonna dig a hole and get out?
I feel for the jurors and the witnesses that testify against him because a lot of people like, he got convicted today, but he won't get sentenced till June. You know what I'm saying? So that's still a long way out.
Is he going home?
Yeah, I mean, a lot can play into that, you know, and then of course, you know, they can file appeals, motions, whatever, you know, stuff that lawyers do. So I'm not holding my breath on that. Like I said, that dude escaped jail twice. One time he was like in a laundry cart. I think the second time he got out through a tunnel. So I'm see how it plays out this time.
14 billion.
Yeah, he made some money. Diamond encrusted pistols, a gold plated AK. Like this, yeah, that dude had bank. You know, it's funny though. Like you getting convicted by the same people that helped you get that money.
But where is he from?
from Mexico somewhere, right?
I always wonder how they got him over here though.
They got they didn't get him. They didn't give that he escaped from prison. So
Right.
I don't know if they got him on U.S. soil or not.
Yeah.
No.
And you know, man, down in Chicago, man, they got a big police scandal. They got 10 more convictions connected to a corrupt sergeant was overturned. I don't know if you heard about that though. Chicago police sergeant Ronald Watts, the boy was dirty, playing evidence and stuff on people. But pretty much all of his cases gonna get overturned. It's probably more about to be coming home.
I have two questions for that. I'll read into the details of that.
Mm-hmm.
He was convicted in 2013, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it said the department also paid 15 officers who had ties to him on desk duty. Why they still working?
Right,
and
because they got dirt on them too.
Right, and they said the officers were not criminally charged, so they not so used to basically that one fall guy. It would seem like that's one. Two, what these men are getting when they get overturned? Like what type of money they gonna give them? Because that was years of their life gone. Are you gonna pay them? You know what I'm saying? And if so, how much? Like, you know, are you just gonna set them free and go home with nothing? That's what I want to know.
That's pretty much it. You know how that's gonna roll out.
Yeah. So it's like, so was it really a victory? Like, yeah, in the sense it was. You had to do it out the street, but you know, you just think about those men. Lives got ruined by this guy, and they're not getting anything for it. You know.
What do you think about Tekashi 69? He's cooperating.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, but I was surprised about the timing of it. It seemed like it all happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he was gonna stand tall longer.
Yeah, I mean, because all this happened right before the album dropped, man. Like, he's about to drop an album, he making bank. Like, he was in the headlines consistently. Like he was rolling, you know.
He was,
and it fell on him like overnight. That was crazy.
Yeah,
you know. But I'm not surprised, man. I think, and I know nobody gonna learn from this, but I'll hope that the young people will learn from this. Like, you know how industry plays you like that, man. Like, they say this story, and he went about that life, you know. And I mean, so many people try to get him to tone it down, and he didn't want to listen to it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is, bro.
Speaking of listening to, we peeped Kamala Harris on the Breakfast Club this week.
Yeah,
pretty.
How you feel about it?
She sold me on her blackness.
Okay.
Now the politics.
Wait. Before you go further, how she say on the blackness part? I want to hear this. I want to hear this. You better not talk about no damn way she cook her greens either. Alright, cause I thought it was some bullshit too. But go ahead. Tell me how she sold you on the blackness part. I would like to hear this, bro.
Oh man, nah, for real. Her politics, I'm still weighing heavily on because you know what, her being a prosecutor. So when she answered her questions about that, she gave good answers.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you still see the damage that was done with that too from them decisions that you made. And then
she said she had no regrets. All regrets she did, what she had.
Well, you're right. She said that's what I just said. I don't think she realizes the damage, the effect that has left on families.
Or knowing just don't care because she's trying to appeal to another demographic.
Right.
Yeah. I wasn't sold on her blackness.
When I say that, what I mean is she seemed real down to earth. You could kick it with her to a certain extent.
I wasn't even sold on that part.
Okay.
Yeah, like to me, it seems scripted. I mean, and I know for any presidential candidate, has stuff gonna be scripted because that's politics. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't act it out well to me.
Okay.
But she did admit that I was born here, but I did do all my high school years in Montreal.
Right.
And then from there, I wish Charlamagne would have asked her, well, what made her go from Montreal? What made her choose Howard? And what made her want to pledge? Because considering both her parents are like, I want to say Ivy League graduates, you know, in like prestigious careers. So what made her want to go from Montreal to Howard? I want to know what.
But you think there's something negative about from there going to HBCU?
I'm not saying nothing negative.
And no time if you went to college, you probably would have. I mean, if that's your thing, you may want to pledge Greek. So why would that be such a out of the way thing?
Because you living in your more formative years are in high school, right? So you know you live a Canadian lifestyle, and so to lead that country, and like I say, she came from the West Coast, so you're going from the West Coast to Canada to the East Coast,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a lot of jumping around. But I was just thinking, and I'm not saying anything negative about her going to Howard. I just want to know why she chose to go to Howard. You know what I mean? What made her want to go there instead of going to like Harvard or anywhere else? I'm not saying that, you know, she shouldn't have, but I am curious. Like, I wonder if she had a game plan from the get-go that what she want to do is go get a black school, then be the prosecutor. Like, because, you know, some people have a plan to be president.
That's I say one thing. I don't know how calculated she is, and not to say your point is way off, but that's a heck of a calculation to risk, not to say a risk, but if you got a chance, if your goal is to be whatever you're gonna be, and you got a choice to go to Harvard or Yale, and that's gonna move more of a straight point to your career path, why wouldn't you do that? So I don't think it was. I don't see that.
And then you know how it is. And you know how it is, man. Like, you're going, even locally, you're going to an out-of-state school, money-wise. Not saying money was the issue or anything with them. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I was just curious about what the decision was. Like, or was it because she wanted to find her blackness per se?
But what's wrong with that, if that was the case?
Like I said, I didn't say anything was wrong. I just want. I'm just saying. I just want to know what was in your head when you made that decision. That's all I'm saying. You know, everything, because you do everything for a reason.
Okay.
I didn't want to know your reason.
I got you.
I mean, like, you do anything that seems kind of like out the way. I ain't saying you wrong for going out the way. I don't want to know your reason for going out the way. You know, because I would think a normal teenager, if you graduate top of your class, whatever, I don't know if she did or not in Canada, but let's say she did. You know, why didn't she want to go to a Canadian university? Why did she want to come back to America? Why, you know what I mean? I just want to know your decisions, because obviously she had a different type of background. And the reason I say I'm not showing her blackness because
and I ain't talking about because she mixed up the years with Snoop and them either.
I know that, yeah. I'm not gonna ride it on that one.
Yeah, I ain't gonna ride on that one.
I'm not gonna ride on that one. I mean, I like you said, I understand it's a game. I understand. I'm saying it because she didn't grow up in like she had an American black experience as a teenager. Like, it's a different experience than it is from Canada. You know what I mean? Not saying she had no racial issues in Canada, but America is a different beast. So I can't say, oh yeah, I know she connect with me, because like, no, you really haven't been here. And then, like, say, you did 4-year college in Howard. To me, it can be comparable to a lifetime you growing up in Virginia. Lifetime for me being here in Atlanta as a black man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the same thing we said about our first black president.
But I already told you how I feel about Obama from the get-go.
But I mean,
so I ain't gonna lie. I drank the Kool-Aid in 08. I voted for him in 08. I drank that Kool-Aid in 08. I would take that. You know what I mean? All that, Barack Hussein Obama all the way, my nigga. Go with it. Yeah. I went with that one, man. But as I washed up, as I was paying attention to the moves he was making. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. I know a lot of people make that comparison to Obama too.
I say this to say, I get exactly where you're coming from because of our discussions, but I understand this is not the most logical thing. It's like choosing the lesser of two evils. I know we all have been down there talked about that here so much, but no politician is 100. Ain't none of them. All of them got some shit with them or some self-serving. So what do you want from a president? What do you want from a presidential candidate that will get elected? Get elected.
I know. I put it this way. Even say she wasn't black at all.
Okay.
You know, like, say she was a white person. I would still be asking her the same question.
And you do.
Yeah. I will be asking her the same question. What are you going to do specifically for the black community? Yeah, okay, you acknowledge that the rules are different.
Right.
So, but my thing, okay, once you know that the rules are different, then your agenda should be different to fit those rules.
Right.
Like you can't say, oh yeah, the rules are different for black people, but I'm still putting out a general bill for everybody. But you know it don't affect us the same. So why you not customizing the deal for us? And that's the problem I have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But like in her Breakfast Club speech, she talked about a lot of those racist laws that really were preventing. They were strictly detailed to prevent minorities and specifically black people from voting in some of the words.
She acknowledged that.
So, like I say,
she acknowledged it.
But I'm saying, she gonna fight for something. I'm assuming. Just what that said. And it's still early.
Yeah, it's still early. I give you that too.
But she didn't run from anything though. She may not have answered everything. She may have did her political shit.
She did a little dance, bro. She did a two-step on the interview, bro. She did a little, because like every time, it's funny too, because every time Charlamagne mentioned black agenda, she giggled. I noticed that. She danced around the reparations question. And I thought it interesting too. Like, yeah, she really didn't answer that question at all. She danced around that shit. She danced around the black agenda part. My thing is like don't say you fuck with me. You're not gonna take pride of that you fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
So what would be the correct answer for when you ask black politicians about reparations? Would you want them to say the truth? Yeah, we want it, but we know damn well we ain't never gonna get it. So.
I respect you more you said that.
It's like beating a dead horse. We ain't getting the 40 acres and a mule or none of that shit. It sounds good, but we know it ain't gonna come. So what more reachable can we go to start taking?
Honestly,
that's all. I mean, but what do you want them to say?
Here's a parallel. Like I said, as much as we hate Trump, right? Mm-hmm. I think one reason people related to Trump that he kept it. He shot off the hip. He didn't keep it PC about certain topics and issues, right? And kind of like I guess you can kind of say it was wild how some of his responses to certain things, and and but on her end she playing it safe. One thing about Trump, I can deal with somebody who openly say they don't like me. There's somebody who smiled in my face and I know that you don't like me,
right?
And that's all I'm saying. So like, don't say, don't try to half-ass. We keep it 100. I was if she would have said, we know black people not gonna get reparations. I would fuck with you a little bit more because that let me know, like, at least you honest about some shit. She could say, you know what? As much as black people really deserve reparations, I understand they're gonna be very hard for us to get that. I'll take that. Then rather you trying to feed me some bullshit and talk about, you know what? We used some programs, and what Charlamagne did was he compared her to another politician that the other lady saying that black people should get $100 billion or something like that through programs, which I did not like that either. Because my thing is, how come everybody else getting land and money and we get programs?
What's a program? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna teach us what you want us to learn in your program.
I mean, you still gonna be in control. You know what I'm saying?
Program. Keyword program.
Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So I didn't like that. I would respect her. I would respect her more. You just told me straight up that you ain't gonna get it. Because I know how it is. Because I don't think we're not gonna get it.
Right.
We're not gonna get it. I mean, just be 100. I know we're not gonna get it. But give me a straight up answer about it, man. Don't dance around it. Be straight up about it. That's how I feel about her. But
like Nelly say, forget 40 acres and a mule. Give me 40 acres and a pool.
You know what I mean? Like, man, I think she just paid attention. I mean, she said some good things. She acknowledged some things. I guess at the end of that interview, she just came off as a typical politician to me. Some stuff was true, that was real. Some things she danced around.
She came across as likable though.
Yeah, I thought she was goofy when she mentioned about the weed part. She came off so awkward to me about that.
Because nobody wants to talk about weed. Yeah. I say as an adult, older adult like that, like they ain't do it. So I won't mad at her for that. But
yeah. I mean, but even if let's say she's the type of person that didn't do it, be honest, say you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you the person in a minute. I'm not a smoker. But do you though? You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like you got to fit in.
Right.
You know, because she's like, I smoke, I inhaled, I listen to Tupac and Snoop Dogg, them niggas ain't got the albums yet, so I feel like you trying too hard to relate to us, but at the same time, that's what most of the politicians do. They dance around us because we like that, to listen to the real issues.
That's true.
That's how I felt about it, man. But I don't think she gave us. But my main problem I had with her, Cory Booker, and anybody else, she not getting a specific agenda.
It's funny that you say that. I think I watched the 2 Breakfast Club interviews with Cory and Kamala. I probably would kick it with Kamala before I kick it with Cory. I ain't basing that on. I'm not doing it on no. I'm not talking about no political agenda shit.
Damn, that's bad. That's bad. What you just said sounds real bad, bro. I don't even realize how bad that sounds. Like, you straight look at that thing like, nah, bro, I ain't got words to say it, but that sounds bad, bro.
And I ain't even talking about it like, like I want to talk to her and kick it. No, I'm just talking about, I would
let's break this down, though. That just sounds really bad, we just said, bro. This is a young, handsome, single dude with a bachelor bag in D.C., and you be like, nah, we good. Oh, hang out with this older married chick, this white dude. That means like how lame you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? That sounds bad for him. You know what I'm saying? That sounds bad. Like, damn, dude. You supposed to have the cool factor, you don't. Like,
he don't have the cool factor.
No, but I'm saying he's so uncool that you rather hang out with Harris than him. Like, that sounds bad. Damn, that sounds bad. Oh, wow. Like, damn, you that lame, bro. Like, this nigga got PlayStation in his basement, bro. You like, nah, I'm still good. I'll still hang out with her on greens with pork in it. Like, damn, that sounds bad. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, you said some shit right there, bro. You said something. That sounds bad. Wow. Woo. That ain't a good look for Cory. Ain't gonna last past the summer, bro. That alone, he ain't not gonna make it past summer. Man. They like people ain't connecting with him. I'm pretty sure, and then it's funny because I'm pretty sure other people feel exactly how you feel though. Because she do come off as more intelligent than him. And she do come on more about her business. And then even when she tried to be cool, came out cooler than him. That's bad. And this dude is a bachelor, bro. A basement apartment in D.C.
Oh, man.
And like, you hang out with me if you want to run to town? Nah, bro, I'll go ahead and kick it with her at the house. I ain't going to go to the club with you, my nigga. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. Wow.
Oh, man.
Damn, that was funny. That was real. Yeah, but back to the agenda. People, y'all need to listen for a specific agenda. Do not let these people dance around you. And I know some people think like, well, why are we all pressing for an agenda? Reason I'm pressing for it because they give everybody else an agenda. And because like even before the show, I was showing Blue a transcript of Kamala Harris talking to the AIPAC, which they in the headlines for a whole different case. But it's a Jewish lobbying group. Most presidential candidates talk to them. They got a lot of power. They got a lot of money and influence in the White House.
Right.
She talked to them when she came a senator. And man, like y'all should Google it, man. Like Kamala Harris talked to AIPAC in 2018, I believe. 2017, March 2017. She gave a speech to them. She laid out a specific agenda for the Jewish people. I mean, she promised them a specific amount of money, what type of programs she's going to give them. The money be given to who. She breaks all that down in his speech. Done deal. Now, one politician said that about black folks, though. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, yo, push for, like, you need to listen for agenda because if everybody else getting it, why can't we? I know why we can't get it. I need y'all to realize why you're not getting it. And the reason y'all not getting it because you cannot vote yourself out of oppression. The money runs it, and two, money runs this country. They're catering to them because they got the money. We can't give them no money because we don't have no money here. We don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people
got to keep it in the community.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I know a lot of people disagree with me with this, man, but I truly believe 50 years from now, Obama will not be known as the first black president. I think he'll be more known as the first pro-LGBT president because of the things he did for them, especially second term. But he did things for them because they had the money. Like, you know what I mean? They gave him money and like, yo, what you want? Gay marriage legal? Done. You know what I mean? What else you want? Done. You know? We're not gonna get those same type. Well, Jewish people, same thing. We get the money. We get the state of Israel billions of dollars every year because they got money. You know what I'm saying? They're bringing money and resources back to us. We can't do that because our money stay in community, like Killer Mike said in Trigger Warning. Our money stay in community for 6 hours. So why would they cater to us? You know, so even the black candidate is not gonna cater to us. That's the point I'm making. Even the black candidates, they know if they want to win, they cannot cater to us because we can't give them nothing. Our $1 donation that Cory Booker was going for is not going to cut it. He do want the big money, and I think they both said they're not taking big money from big banks. I think they said that, or corporate entities. So who they going to find the money to run against Trump in the general election? We don't have the money to do that. White people do though. You know, and so the courts are going to cater to them and give them what they want, and that's all I'm saying. Just understand how it works. Like the game, the rules are not the same for us.
Right. Yeah, like you said, homie, shoot, you right about that. Money talks, man.
Yes, and like even speaking of AIPAC, we had Twitter was on fire with Representative Ilhan Omar, state representative, about a tweet that she made that was supposedly anti-Semitic.
It wasn't though.
It wasn't.
And she had the people apologizing for doing nothing wrong these days. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And so basically,
break it down.
So a Republican GOP, I forgot his name, but he trying to call her out, and along with another politician, because none of them meeting Muslim representatives in Congress, and about they should be punished for not fully supporting Israel, basically. And they were accusing them of I guess they're accusing them of criticizing the state of Israel, and so she just replied back, and it's funny. She used a Biggie reference with the
more money, all
Diddy,
about the Benjamins,
all about the Benjamins. See, I believe she has listened to the album. I believe her.
I believe she listened to it. And speaking of politicians, you can fuck with.
Right, yeah. Now she seems like somebody I can really fuck with though, like for real.
And the ones you can fuck with, they go through the most shit like she going through now for the most basic thing.
Yeah, and before I even get into it, I didn't really know much about her, because like I said, I don't really follow politics like that. So as she hit the headline of Ilhan Omar, when she hit the headlines, I looked her up because I was curious about her. Mm-hmm. So of course, she's one of the first Muslim women in the state representatives. She's from Somalia, and I was reading her story, man. Like her mom died when she was 2. She was raised by her father and grandfather. Hardworking dude. When she grew up there, she grew up in Somalia, and so I guess that lets you know she can't run for president. You got to be born here to run for president,
right?
But yeah, so Somalian war broke out, and her family fled to the U.S. And from there, that's how she made it to Minnesota. I think where she at right now, and she was talking about in previous interviews how people used to pick on her, her faith and her hijab. They put gum in it, pushing down the stairs. She had jumped a few times. Like, to me, that's an American experience of a person of color. Like, I know that she relates to some of the issues I have because she's been through some of those things,
Right.
But yeah, so basically, she just called it how it was. She was like basically saying how, AIPAC control y'all.
And they do.
So, we go back to what I was just saying about Kamala Harris, what she said to AIPAC back in 2018.
She had an agenda specifically laid out for them because they had money.
They had money and influence. So it's funny how all this stuff is connected. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All this stuff is connected. So, but they use the word anti-Semitic so loosely now. Like, and basically saying they use that term, if you say anything against the state of Israel, you criticize them any way you want.
And anti-Semitic means that you hate Jewish people. That doesn't mean Jewish people are always right and they can't be called out for their wrongs and their faults, because they got a lot of them too. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm tired of the narrative. We think that the Jewish people hold a moral high ground over everybody else, as if they hadn't done any dirt. Every first world country has dirt in their hands. They have blood in their hands.
That's true.
Every single one of them. You cannot name one first world country that have not abused and killed people wrongfully at all. And they best friends with the U.S., who is evil as well. So how you can hold a moral high ground and your bestie is the U.S.? You get your money all the time,
Right.
So I don't see how, and I see why people may be capping for him a lot. And I ain't saying you should hate anybody. I'm just saying pay attention to the facts. When it comes to war, there's no good side, bad side.
Right.
Both them hands are dirty, bro. Like you can't say they're just totally innocent and like they come off as, and when I say that, I mean the state of Israel itself.
They throw their rocks and hide their hands.
I was about to say they didn't want to slap the shit out of you and hide their hands.
What?
They slap the shit out of you and hide their hands and say who did it. And then you slap them back and then they'll play victim. You know what I mean? Like, no, bro. Yeah. Like, you initiated some stuff too. So, yeah, man. And I don't like that narrative. So, everybody was praising Ilhan Omar for apologizing. I don't see what there's need to apology. And it's so funny because the same people.
And Slump called for her resignation of all this shit that he done.
And he was accused of the exact same thing by the same people like 2 years prior. So, how you gonna come back around and accuse them of the same thing? So it's like, man, like, yo, pay attention, like, to what's really going on here. Because she didn't say, and I was also thinking about, what's his face? Black dude from CNN that got fired. Was it Hill?
Oh, Lamont Hill.
Yeah. Same thing, right? He criticized Israel. They try to call him anti-Semitic. He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything anti-Semitic. It's like if you say anything.
It's a trigger word. To me, anti-Semitic is a trigger word like mad in a hat. Trump, like anything, like the justice situation, they use every trigger word to throw you off. Mm-hmm. They cause emotion and passion. And, but you really pay attention. Like she didn't say anything wrong. And, and they had so much, and AIPAC had so much influence. The Republicans and the Democrats will force her to apologize. Even the Democrats turned on her, saying she should apologize. So she had no love from anywhere, and she apologized.
Which makes you say politicians, they all can't be trusted because they all being bought. That's just,
they did prove their point.
They got an agenda. They all got an agenda. And somebody's being bought and paid for, and everything is like when you just said there is no black agenda because there is no black money.
Right, but it tripped me out because I got an argument with some people on social media today, and it was against my own people, bro. Like it was a black chick was telling me that if a white person can call out something that's racist, a black person can call something that's anti-Semitic. I was like, that's bad. That's a horrible comparison. like for so many different reasons on so many different levels, But it lets you know. But even our own people are programmed that they are scared to say anything against the state of Israel. And now there are laws. Y'all don't even know there are laws in South Carolina this past one that if you don't pledge a complete loyalty to the state of Israel, they can shut down your business, bro. Like straight up. And they not the only state, it's multiple states doing that right now.
What you mean? How does that work?
Oh man, we'll find a different name of the bill, man. But basically, like say you want to get a government contract, and it's always fine print in these things, And when the fine print, you cannot, if you get a government contract and you get some government money, you can't say anything publicly against the state of Israel. You're an American company in South Carolina. But if you say anything against the state of Israel, they can pull your funding.
Oh, wow.
And that's crazy. So, so they slowly, in multiple states, having similar type of laws and bills being passed. And y'all tell me, there got to be something wrong. Why I got to agree with everything? And my thing is, who do you believe? Who do you know that you agree with everything that they say? I can't even say that with my own parents. You know what I'm saying? My best friend. Me and you, we get along very well, but I'm not gonna agree with every single thing you say. So why I gotta agree with everything a country does? And mind you, there's not act like they paint the narrative as if they part of the struggle, they minorities too. No. They have a different history. They got a lot more power than we do. They got a lot more money than we do. They didn't come over here on slave ships. They got their reparations. They got prime real estate in the Middle East. And they fight on to this day. They have prime real estate. We were the only thing we asked for 40 acres here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it, man. Like the Holocaust was a very horrific event. It was a terrible thing that happened to the Jewish people during World War II.
But they were enslaved white people.
Yes, and it was done by Germany.
So
like so they should have got the reparations from Germany. They should have got some German land. How the hell did he get some land in the Middle East from Palestine that had nothing to do with them? Palestinians didn't put them in the ovens. They didn't make them prisoners. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
So and then last time I checked, I read history books. After the Holocaust, they didn't walk over there and like, yo, can we just coexist with y'all? Can you buy some land from y'all? Y'all took it. Y'all took it by force. You know what I mean? So and still are taking it by force to this day. And basically I think Ilhan, I think she believes in two-state solution. Kamala Harris, reading her transcript, she believes in two-state solution. But that's impossible to have if it's an unfair advantage with if the Israelis got an unfair advantage with the UN. So, and basically, and even that's kind of questionable how you expect that. It's almost like if I break into your house and I got a good side of the house too, right? I got the side with the fridge and the PlayStation and the big screen.
And then you got to negotiate with me on the other half of your house in the park.
So instead of me moving out, let's come over and agree with you so we both can stay here. So even that don't even make sense. You know what I mean? So it's
That's
like
the most basic concept of anybody trying to put what all of this is.
Yeah. So so I didn't tell you how you should feel about the situation. I just say just look at it from both sides. Like, because too often we hearing too much from the Israeli side and not enough from Palestinian side how they feel and where they coming from. That's all, and that's what all this show is about. Like, come to your own conclusions. I mean, you do what you want.
But think for yourself. Don't feed to where everybody's feeding you. Even if I'm telling you, I'm hoping everything I'm saying on the show that you want to go back and research for yourself, even double check me and what I'm saying. So don't even take my word for it, because that's why black people in state me and now we always take what people telling us and not reading for ourselves. Cause he got a Kofi on, that don't mean that he right.
Oh yeah, man. I look good in it. But, I know I'm very trusting in it, but definitely read for yourself. Oh man, but yeah, man. But that was a lot.
Yeah. But on a lighter note, man, salute to the homeboy 21 Savage, man.
Definitely
he got that release
post bail.
Still got his trial coming up, but I think he gonna come home, man. So
I think he gonna beat it. I think he's gonna beat it, man.
Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in to Black and Blue. Please share, hit that like button.
Peace. Share.